It's UT Nighttime with Mason Lowry. On tonight's show, UT head football coach Tim Beckman. And now, the man that's technically a man, and that's all, Mason Lowry.
Thank you. Thank you. Jim, what was that supposed to mean in the opening? What, he's technically a man, and that's all. What?
I don't know.
What was that?
I read what's on here and nothing else. So, that's my brain.
All right. Well, very good. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much. It's our third show, number 3 here at UT Nighttime. We've got a great guest tonight. UT head football coach Tim Beckman is on the program. That's awesome. It almost gives us credibility as a show. So,
third one's a charm, Mason.
Absolutely. You know, this is the night of Conan O'Brien's final episode of Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Anybody watch that?
All right. I do.
Very good, sir. I was gonna do that thing he does, the string dance, where he goes that and he does the and then cuts the string, but I'm not good at it.
You just did it.
So I just did it, and I don't know why. It was epic fail. But yeah, Conan. This is Conan's final episode, and this does kind of make me happy in a sense because from tomorrow night until June 1st, I will have the best hair in late night television. I think that's
true.
Kind of praiseworthy, I guess. Well, that first bit went well, I think. We're all
did.
kind of nervous because we've got the coach on the show, but I think we'll calm down.
I like the
We'll be
dance.
good.
Very sexy.
Like the dance, very sexy.
Of course.
Are you gay, Jim?
Not at all.
No. All right.
I apologize.
I'm just checking for factual accuracy. Well, a lot of news this week. Most notably, on Tuesday, Alex Rodriguez said in a news conference that he did use steroids when he was younger and stupider. Stupider's not a word, but we'll press on. He added that he knew that he was not taking Tic Tacs. And interestingly enough, if I speak English, interestingly enough, Michael Phelps said that he knew that he wasn't using Binaca. It's a breath spray.
Cherry.
Kanye West opened up about his sex addiction in Details magazine, saying that it helped to fuel his career. Yeah. Charlie Sheen has said the exact same thing about what got him on 2.5 Men.
All right. Yeah.
That was so fake. You didn't need the yeah, Jason, I don't think. Oh, well. Kanye even lauded himself on his computer skills. Yeah, he said that when he was 12, he designed and programmed a version of Super Mario Brothers that included Mario as a giant penis. Yeah. Yeah, he said that it was similar to the kind of things that 30-year-olds were creating, the most lonely and pathetic 30-year-olds in the world. It's funny because it's true. Well, Jerry Springer is set to perform in a musical for 6 weeks this June in England. Springer is going to follow up his stint in England with a stint back in the U.S., in which his rendition of Hamlet, in which Hamlet, the ghost of Hamlet's father, Claudius and Gertrude, will be throwing chairs and having fights broken up by show security.
Yeah.
Because it happens on the show. Yeah. Well, the city of Cincinnati has announced that 87 areas of vacant urban land are being considered for use as mini farms to grow food. Yeah. One of the vacant areas being considered, Paul Brown Stadium.
Not funny.
I'm not from Cincinnati, sorry.
Pittsburgh Steelers kicker Jeff Reed has been cited for misdemeanors by police outside of Pittsburgh for going on a tirade because the convenience store he was at did not have paper towels in the bathroom. Yeah, this prompted A-Rod to ask, and you're making a big deal about me using steroids? And I got to mention this, an infielder for the San Francisco Giants who was injured last season has made a full recovery, and he credited that recovery to Viagra. Yeah. He should be good to go for spring training, but he must consult his doctors if a game lasts more than 4 hours. Yeah! Thank you. Tonight on the program, new UT head football coach Tim Beckman will be joining us. We're all very excited about that, I think. That's an awesome thing. And we'll be right back with our tribute to Conan O'Brien, so stay right there. Don't go away.
Yeah!
Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Our third show, Tim Beckman's going to be here in a few minutes. We're all really thrilled about that. And as our loyal viewers may have noted, I am wearing a different jacket tonight. It's amazing the things you can find at bus terminals. It really is. Yeah, this was on a homeless man, I think. And I took it from him because I have no soul.
Kind of like these.
Exactly like that. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is the final night of Late Night with Conan O'Brien. That final taping is going on right now, I think, actually, in New York.
Most likely.
We're really going to miss him. He had a great influence on our own senses of humor, I think. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That was very awkward, but thank you.
No problem. So
And we thought, sorry?
Nothing. Just making it more awkward for you, Mason.
Thanks. Well, we thought that it would be fitting to do one of the bits that he has done so well over the years. Now, what we did was we made a survey, and we emailed it to many celebrities and their publicists, because I'm sure that's who filled them out. And we were just amazed at how many responses we got. Now, that's all true. These are all true if you want to believe us, which would be good if you did. And we're going to give you all of those responses right now in a piece of NBC intellectual property that we like to call Celebrity Survey. Thank you, sir. Now we're going to start with this one right here. Before competition, I like to. Kurt Warner wrote "Pray." LeBron James wrote "Listen to music." Michael Phelps wrote Cheetos. On Oscar night, I will. P. Diddy wrote "Throw a party." Brad Pitt wrote "Congratulate the winners." Tyra Banks wrote "Try to devise a plan to make the event all about me." When I get stressed, I. Gwyneth Paltrow wrote "Go for a walk." Dennis Leary wrote "Smoke a cigarette." Christian Bale wrote "Yell and scream at the DP until the tape is released on the internet." Funny because it's true. I promise. My favorite midnight snack is. Jennifer Aniston wrote "Fruit." James Franco wrote "Something sweet." Kirstie Alley wrote "An entire water buffalo." I knew I'd win you guys over. I knew. It just had to happen at least once in 3 shows. The first time I flew, Matt Lauer wrote "Was scared." Nick Jonas wrote "Threw up." Larry King wrote "Was on the back of a pterodactyl over the west coast of Pangea." Thank you. The music that gets me in the mood. Josh Brolin wrote "Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye. Tim Robbins wrote "Anything" by Barry White. Michael Jackson wrote "Anything" from the Kids Bop album.
That was actually pretty good.
See, there's a line right here, and we just jump right over that line. Flying leap over it. It's what we do on the show. When I go to a club, Shia LaBeouf wrote "Have a few drinks." Scarlett Johansson wrote "Dance." Paris Hilton wrote "Play Where's Waldo with the guys I haven't had sex with."
Which aren't many.
Aren't many? Yes, that's the point. Thank you, sir, for that. And finally, what I look most forward to this summer is Jay Leno wrote "Moving to Primetime." Conan O'Brien wrote "Hosting the Tonight Show." Carson Daly wrote "Seeing if anyone even knows that I still have a show." What was that? It was aw, boo, clap, yeah.
I was waiting for the...
I think we bust you all in from some sort of mental hospital, I think. Clearly, it's this bipolar thing going on in the audience. Well, that's it. Thank you so much, Conan, for 16 wonderful years of that program. And we will be right back with Tim Beckman. So everybody stay tuned. Only guest tonight is the brand new head football coach here at the University of Toledo. He comes to us from Oklahoma State University, where he was the defensive coordinator at one of the better teams in the Big 12. If you would, please welcome to the program Tim Beckman. Tim,
Thanks,
thank you so much for being on the
Thank you.
show.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Now, I think you were talking to him, right? You weren't saying that to me. That was for him. Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate that. Both of us do. We thank you. Now, the question on everyone's mind here, you come in, you've had a very successful coaching career. The question everyone wants to know coming in is, who is going to win Best Picture in this year's Oscars?
Oh, boy, that's a killer one for me right now. And
my producer insisted
I'm still going with Rudy. I'm still going with Rudy. I know that might not be, but it should have got it years and years ago. It never got it, and I'm still pushing for Rudy.
It's a great film.
Yeah,
it's a great film.
Good film.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. That's pretty good as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking Slumdog Millionaire, maybe.
That sounds it.
Very good. Very good film. Now, Coach, take us through this whole process. You were at Oklahoma State as a defensive coordinator. When did you find out about this vacancy? Who contacted you? How did all of that work?
Well, we ended up having an outstanding beginning of our season.
Right.
And we went down and played Missouri in Columbia, South Carolina, or Columbia, Missouri. And, you know, it was right after that game we had played an outstanding game, won the football game. Missouri was #2 in the country. Got a phone call later on that Sunday and just asked of my interest in coming back to Ohio and being a part of the Rocket program. And, you know, just being an Ohio guy and being a guy that had spent a lot of time in this part of the country. I mean, I was tickled to death about it, but we knew that we had to get things done first with the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Right. So we went, as we talked about it, we felt that it was necessary, first of all, for the Rockets to finish off what the Rockets were doing and the Oklahoma State Cowboys to finish off what they were doing.
What was Oklahoma State's final record this year?
We ended up being 9-4.
9-4.
Yeah, we had went into the bowl game, went out to the Holiday Bowl, played the Oregon
Ducks. Oh, very
Ducks.
cool. Out in San Diego.
Yeah,
yes, San Diego.
It was great, beautiful place and great weather and a lot like we're having today. You know, that good weather that's out there today. But it was a great time, and Coach Gundy let me and my wife come out, and it was just a great opportunity to coach our players for the one last time.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Talk about coaching in the Big 12 a little bit. Obviously, a very difficult conference with some fantastic quarterbacks and some fantastic offenses. Who all did you guys see this year?
Well, we faced, and being in the Big 12 South, you're facing Texas, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Baylor, Texas A&M.
That's a murderer's row right there, for sure.
It was. I mean, like I told you earlier, I think my hair was totally black before we had this year, and then all this gray's come from playing against them. But it was a great opportunity, great challenge to play against some great football players, and week in and week out. It was a challenge for our kids, a challenge for our coaches, and that's what the game of football is all about.
Absolutely. Out of all of those quarterbacks that you faced, you guys faced Chase Daniel at Missouri, you faced Sam Bradford at Oklahoma, Colt McCoy as well. Who do you think was the toughest quarterback to prepare for? Maybe who do you think the best one was this past season?
Well, I tell you, just to prepare, I'd have to say Sam Bradford because they did so many things. He had so many tools around him. Great wide receivers, a great tight end, tailback, offensive line that was very big and will be drafted high in the draft. So I'd have to say Sam Bradford, but I have to throw in a bit for the quarterback at Oklahoma State, Zach Robinson.
Zach Robinson.
And Zach was you have to prepare for him every day.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go out there and be ready to practice against the guy because he's going to try to throw touchdown passes on you every day. So he made us better so that we could produce against the Chase Daniels and a Sam Bradford.
Absolutely. You got this job in December, yes? What day in December? When
December
was that?
4th.
December 4th. That doesn't give you a whole lot of time to try and assemble a coaching staff, recruiting classes, and such. How difficult was that to get those guys in here?
Well, it was difficult. I'm proud of the staff that we did hire. We went out on the road with 5 guys at first, including myself, and came up with. I had to evaluate what we had here already. And Coach Stutz did a good job of having some good talent here. So we had to fill in some holes that we needed to fill in. And we went out, and in 37 recruiting days, we signed 19 players.
Fantastic.
And I can't say enough for being proud of our coaching staff.
Awesome. We will be right back. We'll be right back with more from new University of Toledo head football coach Tim Beckman right after this. Do not go away. Welcome back, everyone. We're here with new University of Toledo head football coach Tim Beckman. Coach, talk about, you were at Bowling Green before Oklahoma State. You were at Ohio State as well. What were those two schools like?
Well, Mason, first of all, that first school that you were talking about, we call that the team from down south.
Team from down south.
We don't call them by their first name. So, you know, that's the way that it was great. It was a great opportunity because I got to coach with Urban Meyer.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I can honestly say that I've sat in staff rooms and been involved with programs that, you know, that are national championship caliber with Coach Meyer.
So it's safe to say that you're starting to develop that necessary hatred of the school down south.
Oh, already. We already burned all the orange and brown, and we were orange and black back at Oklahoma State, so I got to burn a bunch of orange stuff. I mean, we've got big clouds of orange flying around. But yeah, I mean, it was a great time for us then. We played. We were successful on the football field and also off. Made a trip down to just a couple hours down south to Columbus.
Which for me as a Michigan fan is that school down south.
No,
I must say.
No. We never got beat by Michigan. So you know, it's been very, very good for Coach Tressel. So we you know, playing down there and being involved in an undefeated season, you know, playing in a national championship football game, you know, that's your dream as a coach. To be involved in that. We didn't pull it out, but to be there, you know, was very rewarding. So, you know, you've learned a lot of things from some great people, and I can honestly say I've been blessed being with, you know, Jim Tressels and Urban Meyers and Mike Gundy's.
What are those guys like, specifically the guys that we know around here, Tressel and Coach Meyer as well? Oh,
they each have their own little quirks and all those types of things. They're great people to learn from. They're all very, very good organizers, great leaders, great communicators to their kids and their players. You know, they're fun to be around. They're very, very competitive. You know, you look at Coach Tressel and you see him in his sweater vest and, you know, walking on the sidelines, calm and cool. But he's
are we not going to see you in the sweater vest?
No. There will be no sweater vest
here
on Tim Beckman, none whatsoever. So, you know, it's been great. You know, Coach Meyer, he was an offensive guy and I'm the defensive guy, so we butted heads a lot. I grew up with Urban. Knew Urban back in his college days. So,
okay.
I mean, we challenged each other quite a bit. So, you know, playing them in the national championship and getting beat, I'm going to get back at them someday. So, you know, it's been very, very rewarding.
How much of their styles do you think you've adopted as your own as a coach?
I mean, you're a creature of what you've been brought up in, you know, just as we are with our mother and our father. Well, I've learned a lot from Jim Tressel and Urban Meyer and Mike Gundy, and I'm excited about now putting maybe a little bit of the Beckman twist into it.
Sure.
You know, and getting it involved in the Rocket program. But a lot of the things have got a little bit of Tress and a little bit of Meyer in it.
Are you looking forward to playing Ohio State? You get them, I think, the second week of the year. Is it second week? Second game? Third game in Cleveland. How you're looking forward to that, I assume.
Well, I want everybody to pack the stadium. I mean, first of all, we've got to be in the midnight blue and gold.
Right.
I mean, we've got to be there. We've got to be cheering ourselves on. What a great opportunity to be standing on a sideline across from him now. You know, I was on the sidelines with him, and now I'm across from him, and, you know, I told him he's got to give me a 21-point lead. I mean, that's not asking very much, but, I mean, I want to make sure that that it's going to be an exciting time. A great time for the Rocket fans, and we need to pack that stadium, the Cleveland Browns Stadium, with the midnight blue and gold.
Very cool. Now, if you like, you may use this show as a platform if you'd like to make a speech, you know, 300 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, that kind of thing. If you'd like to make a remark about Bowling Green, that place down south, you're more than welcome to do so.
Well, I mean, I don't need to say much about that place down south. There's not much to talk about, really. But, you know, we're excited.
Agreed.
Yeah, we're excited, and our players are working hard, and they're excited about spring ball coming up. So we just can't wait to put the pads on. And again, I want this student body. Spring games, April 17th. So let's get everybody out there. Let's make it a party. Let's have a good time. After we win our victories from April 17th on, we're going to be celebrating with the fans.
Fantastic. Coach, this was so nice to have you here. I really appreciate it. Great to be here with you.
Anytime, Mason.
Coach Tim Beckman.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's the UT football spring game. What was the date of that
April
again?
17th. Fans, come on out. Let's go.
April 17th. Everybody come on out, support this guy and his team. And I guess that wraps up our show for tonight. We will be back next week. I'm not sure who our guest is going to be. We're going to find someone in the next 6 days. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Mason Lowry. Jimmy Momini is right over there. Thank everyone as well. All right, very good. That was very awkward. We'll be back next Friday. See you. Thanks so much again.
No problem.